issues in the news on Liberty Television. My name is Osnel Musa, and thank you so much for joining us this morning. If you're listening to us via Liberty Radio 103.3, all I'm saying is welcome on the program this morning. Issues in the News is the program that gives you the opportunity to be able to look at what some selected dailies have for us. We'll be looking at some selected dailies and the most trending headlines on this selected daily. So we have dailies like the Daily Trust, the Guardian, the Leadership, the Nation, and of course the Voice of Liberty. These are the dailies that we will be reviewing this morning. All right, so we'll begin from the Daily Trust this morning, and from the Daily Trust here we have the first headline that states this way. It goes as follows: Woman remanded for stealing 9-year-old girl. That's the first headline on the Daily Trust. Woman remanded for stealing 9-year-old girl. The magistrate court in Ikorodu, Lagos State, yesterday, Wednesday, remanded a 45-year-old woman, Rainat Bakari, in prison for allegedly stealing a 9-year-old girl. Yeah, so that's one of the first stories that we are taking this morning from the Daily Trust newspaper. All right, so looking at other dailies, trying to get them to open as quick as possible. All right, so that has come and gone. Now to the next headline from the Daily Trust here. This one here says, NSCDC nabs 6 cable thieves in Yobe. NSCDC nabs 6 cable thieves in Yobe. All right, so men of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, in Yobe State have arrested 6 suspected power cable thieves. The state commandant of NSCDC, Adamu Idris Zakari, who disclosed this while parading the suspect in Damaturu, said the operatives apprehended the suspect for stealing armored cables worth 1.2 million naira behind the Waziri Ibrahim housing estate in Damaturu. All right, so away from that now, 3 kidnappers to die by hanging in Edo. 3 kidnappers to die by hanging in Edo. Right, Justice R. Irele Ifeje of the Edo State High Court has sentenced 3 men, Solomon Abuede, James Monday, and Kelvin Edward, to death by hanging for armed robbery, kidnapping, and murder. Okay, so he who lives by the sword dies by the sword in this case. Okay, so still from the Daily Trust, make staff housing your project. FCT workers beg Wike. Make staff housing your project. FCT workers beg Wike. So looking at what the body says, workers of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, under the Joint Unions Action Committee, JUAC, have appealed to the FCT Minister, Yesem Wike, to make staff housing one of his projects and priorities. Okay, so away from that, from Kwara State, 2 remanded for killing farmer on cashew farm. 2 remanded for killing farmer on cashew farm. That you can find on the Daily Trust also. Mob strips suspected motorcycle thief in FCT Council. Mob strips suspected motorcycle thief in FCT Council. The suspected motorcycle thief was yesterday stripped for allegedly stealing a motorcycle along Ijaserki Road in Kwali Area Council of the FCT. City and Crime learned that the suspect allegedly stole the motorcycle at a drinking joint in Kwali Main Market around 2:12 p.m. in the afternoon. Okay, so that's another headline that we brought to you. Now, still on the Daily Trust, this one says, trader jailed 6 months for assaulting sister-in-law. Trader jailed 6 months for assaulting sister-in-law. The magistrate court in Jos Plateau State on Wednesday sentenced a 27-year-old trader, Beatrice Dallo, to 6 months in prison for assaulting his sister-in-law, Mary Simon. The judge, Shawoni Bokos, sentenced Dallo after he pleaded guilty but gave the convict an option to pay 30,000 naira and a compensation of 35,000 naira to the complainant. Right, so that is also another story on the Daily Trust. Another headline here says, police arrest 3 for stealing 180 liters of diesel in Edo. Police arrest 3 for stealing 180 liters of diesel in Edo. Police arrest 3 for stealing 180 liters of diesel in Edo. Alright, police in Edo State have arrested 3 men: Emeka Samuel, age 23, Michael Peter, age 25, Noah Joseph, age 30, for allegedly stealing 180 liters of diesel valued at 324,000 naira from a tanker. The command spokesperson SP Chidi Nwabozo said one Sunday Idemodia reported to the police that his truck with registration number Edo 75YW parked in front of Kingdom Heritage Filling Station along the Benin-Lagos Expressway by Ilakotas, Benin City, was boggled by the suspect. So this is another headline that we have for you from the Daily Trust this morning. And still on the Daily Trust, it says 4 awaiting trial inmates regain freedom in Edo. 4 awaiting trial inmates regain freedom in Edo. The Chief Judge, CJ of Edo State, Justice Daniel Okobowa, has set free 4 awaiting trial inmates: Benedict Oko, age 27, Obasoji Caleb, age 27, Emmanuel Marcus, 35, and Innocent Eze, age 25, from the Oko and Benin Correctional Centers. Justice Okoba sets the inmates free over lack of case files and evidence against them, noting that they could not be in detention waiting for the police to find their missing case files. Alright, so that also is on the Daily Trust. IG in Ogun vows to tame rising kidnapping. IG in Ogun vows. Look on other dailies and see what they have for us this morning. So we'll be crossing and switching over to the Guardian newspaper. And on the Guardian newspaper here, the first headline from the Guardian, it says poor funding model. Poor City stalls $3.2 billion as Eastern Rail project 3 years after. Poor funding model. Poor City stalls $3.2 billion Eastern Rail project 3 years after. Now, what do we have there? It says failure of the last administration to put its money where its mouth is has stalled the rail rehabilitation work on the Eastern Corridor. 3 years after its flag of $5 has become a hard sell to investors. It will be recalled that the project, flagged off by former President Muhammadu Buhari in March of 2021, was to be funded by 85% foreign loan and 15% counterpart contribution of the federal government, with a delivery timeline of 2 years. Now, we learned that the federal government's 15% stake has been instrumental to the ongoing work on the Port Harcourt-Aba section of the over 2,000 kilometer stretch, but the rest has been left fallow. Right, so that's why that is on the news this morning. Still on the Guardian this morning, LASG seals shop for alleged safety violations. And the LASG is a Lagos State Safety Commission, and yesterday it sealed shops in and Broad Street over alleged safety irregularities. Director General of the Commission, Larry Mojola, said the 2 lockup shops were sealed following a petition from a concerned member of the public alleging that the shop violated safety rules and regulations. According to him, the Commission has a mandate to ensure the safety of lives and properties in Lagos State. Mojuola also stated that 2 shops were sealed in response to the petition about a transformer located directly in front of the shop at number 148 Broad Street, Marina in Lagos. Okay, so away from that now, Edo Guba, Imasu Agbon seeks disqualification of Apata as Labour Party's candidate. Okay, now why is that so? Now, governorship aspirant of the Labour Party, Kenneth Imasu Agbon, yesterday asked the court to bar the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, or any other agent for recognizing Olumide Apata as the governorship candidate of the party for the September 21st Edo governorship election. Alright, now you want to know more, just go look on the Guardian and you'll find out what the story has for you there. Alright, absence of witness stalls pastor defilement trial. Absence of witness stalls pastor's defilement trial. The ongoing trial of a Redeemed Christian Church of God pastor Emmanuel Orekoya for alleged defilement of his 17-year-old daughter was stalled yesterday following absence of prosecution witness. Orekola was arraigned on February 27th before Justice Abiola Soladoye of the Lagos Sexual Offences and Domestic Violence Court, Ikeja, for allegedly defiling his own daughter. Now, he was arraigned on a 2-count charge of defilement and sexual assault by penetration, and he pleaded not guilty. So now the fact that the witness was not in court means that that judgment cannot take place until there's somebody who can testify and say, yes, what he's being charged for is what it is. All right, so away from that, Niger Delta stakeholder insists on interrogating energy transition process. Niger Delta stakeholders insist on interrogating energy transition process. That you can find on The Guardian also. Now quickly, Igbo group embroiled in leadership crisis 2 weeks after election. Igbo group embroiled in leadership crisis 2 weeks after election. Yeah, so less than 2 weeks after a peaceful election of its officials, a leadership crisis may have erupted in the Alagbo Development Foundation, ADF, as its founding national president emeritus Professor Uzodinma Uwala yesterday announced the suspension of 11 officials of the organization, including the newly elected national president, who is a former national president of the Academic Staff Union of University ASU, Professor Ukachukwu Awoze. Others suspended by Wala, who addressed a press briefing at the secretariat of the organization in Enugu, include the chairman, Board of Trustees BOT, Bishop Obi Onubuogu, newly elected Deputy President Dr. Jerry Chukwukolo, and newly elected Secretary General Abia Onyeke. So that's the reason why they are having internal leadership crisis in the organization. Okay, AGN solicits River government support for late Junior Pope's family. AGN, that's the Actors Guild of Nigeria, solicits Rivers government support for late Junior Pope's family. Rivers State Chapter of Actors Guild of Nigeria, AGN, and Nollywood practitioners yesterday paid a solidarity visit to Governor Similaya Fubara of Rivers State, seeking support for the family of late Precious Chima Obe Oforum, popularly known as Junior Pope, who is an indigene of the state. Oforum was among those who died during the boat mishap while returning from a movie set recently. Convener of the walk, Eric Stevenson, said that other states have reached out to claim their indigents and offered support to the family, while regretting that none has come for Ofuru. All right, so we hope that the Rivers State government would actually look into this situation and do something for him. Okay, so moving away from that, and finally from the Guardian newspaper this morning, all eyes on PDP governors as Ayu's lawsuit withdrawal alters balance for Damagum. Now, what does that have to say? PDP in the news today ahead of today's National Executive Committee meeting of the main opposition party, that's talking about the People's Democratic Party. The PDP governors elected on the party's platform yesterday rose from a meeting and declared that they won't discuss change of leadership for the party. Now, governors rule out discussion on change of leadership. The North Central leaders insist on producing next chairman. Damagum gets confidence votes from NWC. Clark advises PDP to discipline members who worked against his victory, and then don't fall for Wike's gimmicks. Secondos won. So these are part of the things that were discussed and would be discussed further in the PDP. All right, so that will be about that on the Guardian newspaper this morning. So let's quickly jump to what the leadership has for us. And looking at the leadership this morning, the first headline here is a worrisome one. It says bandits abduct scores in fresh Kaduna attack. This is very worrisome. Bandits abduct scores in fresh Kaduna attack. Now, rampaging bandits on Wednesday evening invaded the Angwandako village in Kakangi constituency of Birnin-Gwari local government area of Kaduna State, where they abducted a yet to be a certain number of persons. Now, journalists gathered that the bandits stormed the community in large numbers around 6 p.m. on Wednesday, shooting sporadically before whisking their victims away. So, scores have been kidnapped again in Birnin-Gwari local government area in Kaduna State. Yet to be a certain number of persons, and then it's so worrisome, and we hope that the security forces can also do something to save these victims. Okay, so away from that on the leadership, another story here says Atiku, Sambo, Wike, others attend PDP caucus meeting. Atiku, Sambo, Wike, others attend PDP caucus meeting. Alright, so the presidential candidate of the opposition People's Democratic Party, PDP, in the last election, Atiku Abubakar, former Vice President Nemadi Sambo, and Minister of the FCT, Yesim Wike, are part of the stalwarts attending the PDP caucus meeting today on Thursday night. Now, the caucus meeting, which is precursor of the much anticipated National Executive Committee meeting of the party, slated for Thursday, April 18, 2024, is currently holding at the Bauchi State Governor's Lodge in the Highbrow Asokoro district of Abuja. Okay, so a lot of things will be going down there. Now, away from that, we will no longer tolerate obstruction of our operations, says EFCC. I'm sure this is in regards to barricading the former governor of Kogi State residents yesterday, where they met a stiff opposition from the Nigerian police force and other special forces attached to the former governor to be able to protect him. These were the people that stopped and were able to not allow the arrest of the former governor of Kogi State take effect yesterday. And the EFCC in the news today is saying they will no longer tolerate obstruction of operations. And the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has warned that it is a criminal offense to obstruct its officers from carrying out their lawful duties. Now, EFCC spokesperson Dele Oyewale, in a statement yesterday, Wednesday night, said the warning became necessary against the increasing tendency of persons and group under investigation by the commission to take the laws into their hands by recruiting thugs to obstruct lawful operations of the EFCC. So obviously talking about Yahaya Bello. So well, that will be so much yet to be seen, because if you follow the news last night, we also told you the fact that a court sitting here in Abuja have granted the EFCC the permission to arrest the former governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, in respect to his arraignment that is supposed to take place this week. So he's supposed to be arrested until after the arraignment. So from the court now, that will be determined if he will be released or he will keep being in. Russia loses 50,000 soldiers to Ukraine war, according to reports. Russia loses 50,000 soldiers to Ukraine war. No fewer than 50,000 Russian soldiers have been killed in the front lines in the ongoing war with Ukraine, a report released by the BBC on Wednesday said. Reports said that Russia used meat grinder tactics caused the high rate of casualties, which accelerated last year as inexperienced troops arrived on the front line. Alright, and that's the final and last headline we will be taking from the leadership this morning. Alright, so away from the leadership this morning, now looking at what the Nation have for us. Quickly switching to the Nation newspaper this morning. And on the Nation newspaper here, the first headline here says, alleged 150 million naira bribe. Court admits document in evidence against oil magnate Akindele. Alleged 150 million naira bribe. Court admits document in evidence against oil magnate Akindele. That's the first headline from the Nation. Nigeria needs 312,000 metric tons of seeds to achieve food security, says Minister. Nigeria needs 312,000 metric tons of seeds to achieve food security, says Minister. El-Rufai probe, Kaduna Speaker raises alarm over threat messages from ex-governor's son. Kaduna Speaker raises alarm over threat messages from ex-governor's son. Now, the Kaduna State House of Assembly Speaker Yusuf Liman has accused Bello El-Rufai, the son of former Governor Nasir El-Rufai, of sending threat messages to him over a probe panel the Assembly raised to investigate his father's administration. The House of Assembly on Tuesday set up an ad hoc committee to investigate financial dealings, loans, grants and projects implemented between 2015 and 2023 in Kaduna State under Nasir El-Rufai's administration. The Speaker warned Bello to stop his threats and intimidation of the Assembly over the investigation. Right, so his son, the son of former Governor Nasir El-Rufai, Bello El-Rufai, who himself is currently a Federal House of Representative member in the National Assembly, has sent a threat message. According to the Kaduna State Speaker, he's raising alarm over threat messages that he has received from the son of the ex-governor. Alright, so moving away from that, varsity teachers jailed in Cameroon seeks Tinubu's reps help to regain freedom. Now we have some varsity teachers, come Cameroonian professors teaching in Nigerian universities who were abducted in 2018 and jailed in their country, have urged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the House of Representatives to work for their release. The professor said even though they lived and worked in Nigeria for a long time, they were abducted from their homes by Cameroonian security men working in collaboration with their Nigerian counterpart and extradited to Cameroon. The 10 university teachers, as well as retired deputy registrar with Ahmadu Bello University ABU in Zaria and the former vice president, deputy vice chancellor of American University of Nigeria in Yola, sought a diplomatic intervention for their freedom in a petition to the House of Representatives and the presidency. Alright, so that's also you can find on The Nation this morning. You can't dictate your trial procedure. Federal government tells Nnamdi Kanu. You can't dictate your trial procedure. Federal government tells Nnamdi Kanu. Now, prosecutors yesterday told the leader of proscribed indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, that he lacks the power to determine the procedure for his trial. Prosecuting lawyer Adegboyega Awolo San averred that no defendant has the right to dictate to court how his prosecution will be conducted in a criminal matter. That is it from The Nation newspaper this morning. That's the last and final headline from The Nation newspaper this morning. And now crossing over, saving the best for the last, looking at the Voice of Liberty. On the Voice of Liberty this morning, the biggest and boldest headline there is a very good news for Atar Communication and Liberty TV and Radio, where our very own chairman, talking about Ramalan, has been appointed the interim chairman of the Independent Broadcasters Association, IBAN. If you look at it there, you will see it. The Independent Broadcasting Association of Nigeria, IBAN, has appointed Alhaji Dr. Ahmed Tijani Ramalan as his interim chairman. That's a very good one, and I'm sure his leadership qualities would be seen and felt in IBAN. All right, so away from that, Tinubu hails Dangote over 60% crash in diesel price. Tinubu hails Dangote over 60% crash in diesel price. And still on the Voice of Liberty, CBN reduces bank loan to deposit ratio to 50%. CBN reduces bank's loan to deposit ratio to 50%. Kano Court upholds Ganjuse's suspension as APC chairman. Kano Court upholds Ganduje's suspension as APC chairman. Still on the Voice of Liberty, protesters storm PDP headquarters in Abuja. You can find that. El-Rufai will pay dearly as God doesn't wait for us to die and serves instant judgment, says Buba Galadima. El-Rufai will pay dearly as God doesn't wait for us to die and serves instant judgment. Buba Galadima speaking there. Tinubu meets Afenifere leader, vows tough action against threats to Nigerian sovereignty. Tinubu meets Afenifere leader, vows tough action against threats to Nigerian sovereignty. And finally, on the Voice of Liberty, alleged 84 billion naira fraud, FCC obtains arrest warrant for Yahaya Bello, operative storm ex-governor's Abuja home. Alleged 84 billion naira fraud, EFCC obtains arrest warrant for Yahaya Bello, operative storm ex-Abuja's governor's home. So that you can find on the Voice of Liberty this morning. All right, so at this point in time, I'll be going on a quick commercial timeout, and when I return, that's where we'll begin to get your opinions. We'll begin to take your calls and hear from you to know what you have to say from any of the selected dailies and any of the selected headlines you'd want to be contributing on this morning. The program is Issues in the News on Liberty Television, and it's Othniel Musa. I will be right back.
A daidai wannan lokaci muna farin cikin sanar muku da cewa Liberty TV ta dawo a wannan manhajar nata wato na Negomsat, inda zaka kalli Liberty TV ba tare da ko sisi ba wato Negomsat. A daidai wannan lokaci muna ƙara ba masu kallon mu haƙuri na rashin ganin mu da bai wani kwana biyu, amma yanzu
staying tuned to Liberty TV. The program is still Issues in the News. At this point in time, we will begin to take your calls and take your reactions here to hear what you have to say. So for those listening to us on Liberty Radio 103.3 FM this morning, I will be calling out the numbers that you can reach out to us and also get to tell us what you think, what your opinions are here on any of the selected dailies you'd want to be contributing on. But for those watching on Liberty TV, I'm sure you can see the number already displayed on your screen right about now. So you can call us on 070-675-25775. I'll take that again. 070-675-25775 or 080-309-56375. I'll take the second number again. 080-309-56375. So you can start calling. Let's get your contributions. Let's hear what you have to say. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions? And remember, do not forget, remember to be civil with any of your comments that you were passing on the program this morning. All right, so those are the numbers you can call. 080-309-56375 or 070-675-25775. I have a first caller this morning. Hello and good morning. Hello and good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Omaiza. I'm calling from Okene.
Omaiza from Okene, welcome.
Yes, sir. I want to comment on two issues.
All right.
One is the issue of the El-Rufai song texting the speaker
of Kaduna State Assembly.
The threat message.
Yes.
I'd like to say that the authorities should investigate the matter. Because democracy provides for people's freedom. Even though the freedom is supposed to be within the context of the rule of law.
Go on, we can hear you.
All right, then, on the issue of the former governor of the state, we call on the authorities to do the needful. The judiciary is making a mess of itself with the contradictory positions the court of law are giving. If they don't speak well of our democracy. And of course, we need to understand yesterday that in issues of contentious issues, the federal courts supersede that of the state courts. And we want to suggest very strongly that equality before the law should prevail. If the ordinary criminal on the street can be arrested for stealing goods, for stealing, negligible, nothing is negligible when we're stealing is stealing. If they can be arrested and dealt with some, unjustifiably imprisoned, detained and all that, I think the big man who steals should also be dealt with. Should also, without any fear or favor, should be dealt, should be prosecuted, and this should be done and in a manner that justice will be seen to have been done at the end of the day. So we are calling on the government that the charade that happened yesterday, is unfortunate. It means government does not exist or government is not sincere. The same way two agencies of the government will go to such level of generated to the level of comforting themselves. It is obvious that one of them must have compromised and gone into some underhand dealings that taking place for one of the agencies to stand against that, but their roles and responsibility are clearly spelled out. So why the contradiction? So we also call on the government to investigate this issue. So if another man prevents, police arrest, the person would have been in the jail, would have been so mercilessly dealt with. So the government should not contradict itself, except we should use complete confidence in the government. So we call on the president, we call on the lawmakers to investigate the prevention of arrests that took place yesterday, and Nigeria should be explain to why such mess, why such show of disgrace should be allowed to happen.
Okay. Omar, a quick question. Are you saying that you feel that the arrest should have taken place, Oh no. All right, I lost that call there. But anyways, I'm sure that's the angle he is trying to drive through. But well, any which ways, I think from my own personal look at things, I see it as the EFCC got an intel of the former governor of Kogi State being around in Abuja, and looking at that, his arraignment was supposed to be held this week. So basically what was done yesterday was in a way to prevent him from not being available for the arraignment, while they were also waiting for the arrest warrant that eventually came place towards evening yesterday. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning.
According to the truth is that happened today. The court before the law. Make us go before the law. If another man who is accused, even without investigation, can be arrested, dealt with, detained, why
can't a big man be arrested? All right, no problem. Points noted and taken.
The show is making mess of democratic tenets that provides for the rule of law and the quality for the rule of law. It is embarrassing. It is embarrassing and disheartening that such show of men. What I would tell you in that community, there are some people that are more important than the others. It's a show of shame that it should not be happening in 21st century democratic setting. It's a show of shame. We should see the authority dividing against themselves because somebody somewhere has decided to compromise his responsibilities. There was some shady fellows who were gathering themselves together, issuing press statements and all that, and what have you. I saw some people's father, elderly men, who should stand for justice, stand for compromise and forthrightness, were in the tea yesterday granting press. Do you know how many lives our leaders and politicians are destroying? Do you know how many today there's no life power generation in Nigeria? These people cannot stand before what we call 10, 5, 4 hours like because some criminals are somewhere and count on the money and take to themselves, hijack to themselves the common patrimony. Today you lament, you investigate the kidnapper. Are these men not kidnappers? Are they not kidnappers common resources to themselves and for themselves and children, leaving other people to wallow in poverty? The rule of law should prevail, justice should prevail, they should be arrested at all costs. If the government fails to arrest the ability, it therefore means that the government has chosen to continue in place of failure, and I can tell that Nigeria will have no confidence in the government. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Omeza, for your contribution. Omeza calling all the way from Okene in Kogi State. Thank you. Numbers to call us on is 070-675-25775 or 080-309-56375. Any of these numbers you call, you'll be right here. Hello and good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Speaking of Aye Kinapa from Kaduna.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. I want to take the headlines where Nan told our able president that he should do away with incompetent people in his government. It's not only limited to the president, it's also to the governors. Honestly, they should do away with all incompetent people in their governance. Or else they will regret it at the end of their 4 years tenure. Because they will get to know much better when their tenure ends. So for them to keep delivering, I think they should find anybody that is not doing anything to be set aside. On the Minister of Agriculture, who said that we need 3,700 tons of seed to achieve food sufficiency and food security. I want to remind the Minister that Nigeria does not have food shortage. We don't have food scarcity. All we have is that despite no matter kind of trading, no matter exportation, we don't have. If assuming we have food, you go to the market, you will not see them. The only thing is that our marketers are deriving pleasure from increment. Any little thing, they shoot the price up. So the government should control that. It's not about the issue of scarcity. We don't have food scarcity. Every punishment a person that threatening the unity of Nigeria. That is a good one from the president. And I want the president to start with all those arrested for banditry, terrorism, kidnapping, and other things, to start showing a severe punishment of them, so that it will serve as a deterrent. And I say a very good congratulations to our troops for overrunning Boko Haram stronghold in Borno State. God will continue to keep them on top from glory to glory by the grace of God. Thank you, and God bless you for the opportunity. opportunity given to me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, all the way from Kaduna State. Thank you for your contribution. Well, we're here to take your calls and get your reactions. Let's hear your take on any of the dailies that we have taken this morning. Another caller here. Hello and good morning.
Good morning, my big brother. How was your night? How is Abuja this morning?
Good morning. My night was fine and Abuja is cool, calm and collected.
I remember humble self, Engineer Emmanuel from Kaduna.
Engineer Emmanuel, welcome.
Yeah, let me begin with the white flyer now running for Eagle, Yaya Bello. I thought he think he will be immunity forever. So why is he running? And the governor, that's why he imposed his point there, so that we'll be the one to protect him. There is no peace for the wicked, and there is no hiding place for the evil one. Why is he running? If he knows he has no committed crime, why can't he give up himself for probe? Will they kill him? Is it not to ask him question? Where is 84 billion naira that belongs to Kogi State? It is very simple. All governors, let them take you. You will be governor, but you will be accountable after leaving office. If you think you cannot be accountable when you are in office, then wait. When you leave office, you give proper accountability. So, no matter where he's running, he must surely come and give account of that 84 billion naira he appropriated for. That is on that. Then concerning the rescue of one Chibok girl after 10 years, and she returned with 3 children. It's late than never. I pray that others will be released. And now the adoption of innocent people in Kaduna by these criminals in Bindengwari is not acceptable, my brother. The executive agent should go after these criminals and deal with them. Then Tinubu say anyone that wants to disorganize the unity of this country will face the full wrath. I think it's a welcome one. And he has full vow that he's going to restructure the country. It's part of his campaign. So let them go ahead and do it. If it will solve the problem of this country, I think we should just go ahead and do the restructuring. That is on that. Then concerning some personnel that were arrested trying to vandalize the refinery of Dangote, what an unfortunate. Why? Why are we doing ourselves like this?
Sure.
We are trying to make things easier for people. People are trying to make things difficult for the people. It's unfortunate. Then concerning PDP, they should swallow their pride and come and become a vibrant opposition. Let the meeting comes out clean and clear. Whosoever emerge, let him emerge. I don't know why they are behaving as if they are children. They are just trying to show ego, and it does not help anybody. So please, this country belongs.
Is good. We just began today. So what's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Ibrahim. I'm calling from Jos.
All right, welcome. Let's have your contribution.
Okay, sir. I'm thinking about the list of Ganduje.
The list of what?
Hello? Ganduje.
Ganduje, okay.
Where they see the... Hello?
We can hear you. Go on, go on.
Where you see the suspension. Why they not keep the chairman leader? Why?
The chairman leader, what happened to him? Why did they do what?
They say suspension.
He's suspended, yes. Court upholds his suspension, yes.
The chairman.
That's Ganduje, chairman of APC, national part of the party. And the suspension, that's the only comment so far, but we've not had anything legit coming out from the APC yet. We'll keep our fingers crossed and bring it to you as soon as we get it. Hello and good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I am Barnabas Pan, the youngest lion calling from Jos.
The youngest lion. I hope you don't get to run and be hiding and be looking for the eagle.
No, it's no problem.
All right, welcome, Barnabas.
Seriously, it has been a while since from this Ramadan fasting we have connected because of the fasting, and though we try our best to contribute to our section, and some of the people call seriously, I am commending the radio station for giving us the opportunity to participate. I also believe that let people be whistleblower to those people that have made such ignorant acts and seriously, people dupe Nigeria. People misappropriate public funds. We pray for EFCC to add more grease to their elbows and see that all those public funds are being returned so that the country can at least settle some of their debts. Also comment the issue of Ganduje. You know, if somebody did something bad, seriously, it's a public figure, then people are pointing fingers on him. The party needs to suspend that person, because when something is wrong and the party fails to suspend a particular person that has been accused of other things, it runs down the party. It runs down the party seriously. So those people that are figureheads, they're supposed to be clean, to show example to the other one that are coming, that if you are a figurehead leading a particular party and you have skin, that means other people that will come will also have the same skin. So we need to lead our leaders to be true leaders. Let's show example to other people that are coming so that they will also do the needful. And also commending the administration of Bola Tinubu for the way it's restoring back other things in Nigeria. So we are not going to find it easy, seriously.
Okay. All right, Barnabas, thank you so much for your contribution. That's Barnabas all the way from Plateau State, giving us his own thoughts and opinions on the issue at hand, commending the administration of the current president, talking about Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Thank you for that. So we can just take one more call and we wrap things up today. 070-675-25775 or 080-309-56375. Who is going to be that last caller, and which of the dailies or stories are you contributing to this morning? Hello and good morning. Hello, can you hear me? Good morning. Okay, I think I'd have to let that go.